In this video, we're going to be going from this to this. Alright, we got the Baja Designs headlight installed here. And first of all, it just looks good. I mean, if you look at it, it's a good looking headlight. It's definitely a more modern style headlight, so depending on what you want. I mean, I know, I think J&S Engineering makes a retro style headlight if you want to keep that, and also still have a brighter LED. But I like the modern style of this, also with the different types of beams on it. So basically, I have the yellow light on the low beam on the left side here, and I angled that down a little bit here. So that's the low beam. It's a wider angle lens. It does come with a white lens if you want to have a white light for that as well. But I kind of just like the look of it, you know, different on either side. And then also I like the functionality of the yellow light for, you know, off-road and foggy conditions. And then I have the high beam wired up to this one, and it's more of a projector, like straight out light. So I have that one up a little bit higher to get, you know, further distance when you turn on the high beam. So overall, it works really well, and I'll show you that here in a minute. I have some comparisons with the stock light, but it works really good. So I'd say 3 to 4 times brighter than the stock light, and you get a lot more wide range coming out from this one, and then you have that long range coming from the straight like projector style one. So yeah, overall, it's really good. I'm really happy with the light. It is a little bit pricey of light. I will put the link in the description, or an Amazon link in the description, but I think they normally go for around $320-ish. So it's an expensive light, but it is Baja Designs. I don't know if you've dealt with them before, but they have really good customer service, warranties. I believe it's got a lifetime warranty. I have to register it and see. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's got a lifetime warranty, you know, against defects. Of course not if you hit it with a rock or anything like that. Speaking of that though, if you did hit with a rock, these lenses are replaceable in the front. Like I said, it came with one extra lens for just the low beam side. But I mean, if that did happen, it wouldn't be the end of the world. You can just get another lens for it. But yeah, overall, super happy with it. This is with it off. Looks sick. I mean, I really like it. Makes my turn signals look old, so that's going to be coming up next. Probably get some LED turn signals and all that. Got to do the taillight conversion as well. But yeah, it makes these look super old compared to this. So this is, you know, like a modern kind of almost cyberpunk design, I would say, you know, versus the stock one, which I like the way the stock one looked. Kind of retro look was cool, but this one looks cool and works really well. So I'll just turn it on for you right now in the daytime. So that's the yellow light. This is the high beam light. And I forgot to say too, so the wiring is all plug and play. So you can just plug it into your stock stuff. Everything bolts up to the stock light mounts, so you're all good there. So yeah, super simple installation, and I have that towards the end of the video here. So I'll do the whole installation on it. Also coming up next, we will do the basically the comparison where I compare the stock light I had out on the trails versus this light. Took out to a dark area to kind of show you two back-to-back comparison. It is a kind of night and day difference. All right, let's get to it. This is with the factory headlight. As you can see, it's not very great. Turn the high beam on, it's a little bit better for these trails, but still not great. So we'll have to come back and do the same trail with the LED headlight. So definitely better riding the trails with the high beam on at night, but it's still not great. Definitely would like some better lighting. I haven't been able to make it back out to the trails this week. It's been a lot of rain. I just haven't been able to make it out there anyways either, but just took it out on the town here. Oh look, there's an armadillo right there. Pretty cool. Anyways, it's kind of hard to find an area in my town here with no street lights, so I kind of just took it out to close to a park out over here, just with a parking lot. Yeah, I mean, you can see pretty good how it would look in the complete darkness. So there's no street lights over here. It's tough in my town to find an area with no street lights. Searching around, but it's a good spot here. You can see that armadillo right over there, pretty good. So this is just the low beam here with the yellow light, which works really well. And then let me turn on the high beam here. That's the high beam, so you get a pretty good light here. I'll show you. The high beam kind of looks going down a trail. I'm not going to go in here. It's not allowed for motor vehicles to go in here. It's just a regular park. But you can see how far you could see down the trail with the high beam. Turn the low beam back on here. That's what it looks like with the low beam. Still really good visibility. I have the yellow light on, and I do really like the yellow light. It cuts through the fog really nicely. It just looks good. So I mean, this is pretty much what you're going to see in complete darkness, and that is with the high beam on there. So that's pretty dang good visibility. I'd say at least 3 to 4 times better than the stock light, you know, with the high beam on. So I'm really happy with it. And there's the low beam there, has a nice spread out light. That yellow light does just, it cuts through the fog really nicely, dust and all that stuff too. So it is just a really great light. So I'm super happy with it as far as the lighting goes. Sorry, I did plan to take it back out to the same trail that I compared the stock light with, but I just wasn't able to make it out there, so we won't have a comparison to that. But this is what you can expect to see basically in the complete darkness here. So it's pretty good. All right, this is how the lighting kit comes out of the box. So I just opened it up and kind of set everything out here. But we have the two S1. They're like a deep style LED. They're supposed to be really good, so we'll see once we got them in there. It comes with an amber lens as well you can put on. I think I will end up putting the amber lens on. This has got a basically a wider angle lens here, and then it's got like a far throw kind of lens, more like a high beam deal. So we'll put that on the high beam position. This is kind of just the regular running light situation. Then we'll kick on the running light. Kick on the high beam. We'll have that one on. Speaking of that, it does come all with stuff to mount up to your factory connector. So basically just plug and play. It's supposed to be super simple. These are the mounts that will mount it into the bracket here. Comes with these two mounts and even extra connectors too if you were to adapt it to a different kind of system. But since we have the adapter here, we won't need those. And then also you have the mounts here. Not the mounts, but the hardware here for your mount here, for your headlight mount. Alright, I'm going to put this together here, then we'll get it on the bike. The bracket goes on like this on the lights on either side. It's got these two small Allen bolts. They already come with a like a Loctite material on there, so you don't have to worry about that. So I'm just going to partially tighten those down, and then I will put this this bolt through the bottom here, like that, and then we can mount that to the headlight bracket. Alright, and through here, I got this still kind of loose on the side here so I can move them. I'm just gonna take the screw in the middle here, inside the bolt. Takes one washer on the top, and then we'll slide that through here. Then we can kind of put this down into position there and get it kind of lined up in our headlight bracket. One thing to note here, the bolt size or the bolt head size on either side of this is an 11 millimeter. So make sure you have an 11 wrench, a small wrench. I have this little tiny crescent wrench I'm going to use to get on the inside here. And then also an 11 for this side to mount them to the bracket. Alright, so setting these up, they do have room for adjustment side to side, basically inside here. They can go up and down and side to side. But it makes it a little bit tricky to adjust just to get them centered inside the bracket here. But I'm finding the best way here is laying it on a flat surface, a non-marring surface. I have the just a piece of paper right here to keep them from getting scratched. And then just line them up as best possible in here, front to back and side to side. You can always adjust it later, but I'm going to try to get it like kind of lined up straight first and see how that looks on the bike. And then you can always adjust it later, aim one down or to the side. You can kind of move them all around, so it's kind of cool you have that much adjustment, but it makes it a little bit more tricky in the setup here. So this is how I'm going to set it up here. I'll tighten these down like this, just on a flat surface. I got them in there basically how I wanted. Everything just pretty snug, but enough to where I can kind of move them if I need to on the bike to adjust them a little bit later. I am going to switch I think out for this amber lens on this side. I just really like the look of it. So we'll see what it looks like with the light on. So I'm gonna switch out to that amber lens and then we'll put it on the bike. These lens cover bolts are looking like a T10 Torx bolts. So we'll take them out with that. I'm assembling the harness here and I can see some of the pins aren't fully aligned here, so I'm just going to straighten those out. Just something to look for if you're putting this together. So pretty much that, these plug into this harness, which will plug into the factory harness there, but I just want to make sure those pins were lined up so they can line up with these pins here. Alright, just removing the 3 screws for the cover here. That just comes right off. I want to just plug it in real quick, so I plugged it into the factory harness here. These ones can go into either side here, so you can hook it up backwards. So I did plug it in and checked it, and I did hook it up backwards. That is the high beam one. It is bright as hell, so it's gonna be nice when it's on there, but I have to switch these connectors back around. Alright, connector switch back. There we go. Alright, unadjusted, I got it on here. I was able to tuck up most of the wiring into this little wiring cover here and get the tie strap back on with a little persuasion. It's tight now, but everything fits in there. It's looking good so far. Pushed it into place right there. It looks pretty good and lined up there. I'll take the cover back off and we'll tighten it down. Alright, that's it for this headlight review. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did find it helpful, please give me a like and subscribe for more DR650 mods and content.